And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Daytona International Speedway for Gatorade Duel number 2. We just finished number 1. The winner, Jared Crocious. Sam Filter finished in second, and that clinched him his spot for third place starting in the Daytona 500. Now we're going to find out who's going to start on the outside of row 2. On the pole for today's race for this 21 car field is Riley Caves. To the outside is going to be Wyatt Johnston. Or, I'm sorry, not Wyatt Johnston, Brian Fleener rather. Then Michael Harvey and Jacob Gonzalez will roll off in row 2. Here's the rest of the 21 car field who will start off for Gatorade Duel number 2 here at Daytona. Car is now rolling off, preparing to come around off turn 3 and 4 for the green flag to start this 20-lap event. I just want to thank Timmy Pacioli, Sean Galligan, John Dillon, all members of MFNPRA for welcoming me on board. I really appreciate it, and I hope that the races that are brought out here are going to be up to the standards that you guys have set. I enjoy each and every one of your races and hope that I'll be able to be a credit to the MFNPRA. Now, for some reason back there, okay, there must have been slow starting back there on that inside line, but here they come now, starting to move up there. You notice Robert Bann is starting on the inside of row 3. He's the pole sitter for the Daytona 500. Green flag is out. It's Riley Caves and Brian Fleener to get us underway. We ended up having, I believe, 3 caution flags in the last Gatorade Duel, which ended up having us finish the race under the caution flag. Today, for this race, I'm expecting just about the same thing, and oh wow, did you see Robert Bann? He almost got turned there by Matt Nathan, and yet was able to forge to the inside of Michael Harvey for that third position. Oh, they're getting slicey and dicey back there, getting a little squirrely. Oh boy, they're 4 wide back there. That's not going to work. Or will it? Oh, contact, there they go. Brandon Gonzalez. Oh my goodness, I would say maybe half the field's caught up in that wreck. There's Logan Wilson on pit road. He may be the car that had the engine problem that slowed everybody down, but Johnny Gardner, Brandon Gonzalez, Timmy Pacioli, Dylan Schwallenberg, there's Anthony McCreary, Michael Harvey, Jacob Gonzalez, Sean Galligan. Doug Shears got a little bit of damage from that. Oh, man. And there goes Logan Wilson off pit road. This is almost reminiscent of what happened to Philip Stiller. Some engine problems, or maybe a last-minute adjustment. I don't know. Maybe he decided to make a pit stop to get fresh tires. I don't know what's going on there, but Logan Wilson comes out still on the lead lap. And the leader is going to be Riley Caves. Let's see what brought out the first caution here today. A big wreck occurring in turn number 3. Well, here they are, 4 wide, and I knew this was not going to work. And the contact, I believe, is made between the 84 and the 21. Nope, Doug Shears gets into Brandon Gonzalez, sends him up the racetrack, and, oh, wow. Then Sean Galligan turns the 15 car, and down they come into Daytona 500 pole sitter Robert Bann. Pacioli, you see, they're going around. Michael Harvey, Schwallenberg, Gonzalez, Gardner. And further up here, there's Harvey. Filter may have gotten a little bit of it. I don't know for certain. There's the 15 car of Jacob Gonzalez. Makes some contact there with both Doug Shears and Sean Galligan. Galligan goes up the racetrack, hits the outside retaining wall. 86 car of, I believe that's Victoria Fox. I don't think she, or not Victoria, I'm sorry, Violet Fox. I don't think she got anything. John Brace may have, but I'm not certain. I know that Robert Bann may have gotten some damage too. He got bounced off of by one of those cars there. But that's why we're under the caution flag, and our pole sitter for the Daytona 500 caught up in it. And we're back for the green flag. We'll go back under green on lap number 6. Only one car retired from the race as a result of that wreck. That is Jacob Gonzalez. He had some pretty heavy contact there in that Black Ops race car there. And so here's who's going to be lined up where for the restart. Riley Caves is still out in front. Brian Fleener runs in second. Jackson Parker, he runs in third. Fourth is Clive Burr, and in fifth is Mary Cole. Sixth is Adam Chambers. Seventh is John Brace. Eighth is Violet Fox. In the ninth position is Doug Shears. 10th is Anthony McCurry. In 11th is Dylan Schwallenberg. In 12th is Timmy Pacioli. Alex Filter runs 13th. Logan Wilson is up to 14th. I'm wondering if he took a page out of Philip Stiller's playbook from the last Gatorade Duel, maybe deciding to make an early pit stop, expecting that maybe a caution would come out on the first lap. If so, that's some great strategy by the driver for Schwab Racing. 15th will be Michael Harvey. 16th is Robert Bann. Then it's Jack Nathan back there in 17th. Brandon Gonzalez is 18th, 19th is Johnny Gardner, and Sean Galligan runs in the 20th position. So we'll get set to go back under the green flag with Riley Caves out in front. He was on the front, or at the point for the start of this race, and the guy who actually started in second for this race, Brian Fleener, he's still there in the second position. So we'll get set to get back under the green flag on lap 6 of 20. Green flag is out as Riley Caves leads them down into turn number 1. Expect to see the slicing and dicing continuing here as we see one car peeking down to the inside there. I believe that is Adam Chambers making a move on Mary Cole for the 5th position. Pretty much all single file though right at the moment, but they'll start breaking up into packs of 2 and 3 wide very shortly. A little bit of pushing and shoving there. Everybody trying to find a drafting partner to move up to the front with. Oh, there goes Clive Burr into the fence. He just got turned by somebody. I'm not certain who. There's Mary Cole. She's in the grass. Clive Burr's in the grass. And everybody else, I guess, was able to settle it out as further up front, it looks like it's going to be Brian Fleener leading them down. Is the caution out? No caution. They were able to settle it out, and things are really spread out now. Fleener and Jackson Parker are first and second, with Riley Caves in third, and then it's a long ways back before you get to John Brace, Adam Chambers, Dylan Schwallenberg, Logan Wilson, and Timmy Pacioli. Boy, I'll tell you what, in order for these guys to be caught, we may need a caution flag. However, 13 laps, I don't know if these guys can be run down in 13 laps. If they continue to do what they're doing right here, running double wide, that would probably be an open opportunity for drivers to be able to catch up to them and possibly challenge for the win. However, right now, they've got a good maybe 16 to 20 car lengths to have to make up on these front 3. If these front 3 would just run single file until maybe about 5 laps to go, they may have a chance of having one of them going to victory lane. But if they continue to run double file and battle out for the lead, that could be their undoing. And the caution may be out now. It is. Caution is out. Oh, looks like there's Doug Shears involved. Jack Nathan may have gotten a piece of it. Anthony McCurry. Clive Burr, we know, was caught up in that previous wreck. But it looks like that's the 3 cars that it involved. Shears, McCurry, and Jack Nathan. Let's look and see why we're under the caution flag for the second time today here in Gatorade Duel number 2. Well, this was just a 2-car draft that went south, that's all. Just Anthony McCurry and Doug Shears working together, and McCurry must have just hit a little too far on the right side of Shears' race car, and up they go into the fence. They then come down the racetrack, and there's just nowhere for Brandon Gonzalez to go. 67 of Jack Nathan also gets a piece of it, and the 4 of them go for a slide through the grass area. And I think those were the only cars that were involved, though. Well, there's Sean Galligan. Oh, he got a little piece of it. Doesn't look like much damage to his race car, though. And Doug Shears then comes back up the racetrack, makes more contact with Jack Nathan's machine. And so it looks like a 4-car wreck here in turn 3 to push under the caution flag once again. Well, the only race car out of this race now after that wreck is Doug Shears. He had quite a bit of extensive contact and damage to his Office Depot Amp Chevrolet. But here's the way they line up, as we still have 19 cars able to win this race. Brian Fleener is the leader. Jackson Parker runs in second. Riley Caves in third, and fourth is John Brace, and Dylan Schwallenberg has moved up to fifth. Timmy Pacioli runs in sixth. Logan Wilson is up to seventh. Eighth is Alex Filter. Ninth is Violet Fox, and in 10th is Johnny Gardner. Michael Harvey runs in 11th. Sean Galligan is in 12th. Adam Chambers runs 13th. 14th, Clive Burr. 15th, Robert Bann. 16th is Mary Cole. 17th is Anthony McCreary. 18th, Brandon Gonzalez. And in 19th is Jack Nathan. You know, I have to say, I'm really impressed with a few of these cars that were caught up in wrecks ahead of time. Timmy Pacioli is one of those. He's running in the 6th position. He was caught up in the first wreck that we had and has been able to forge on. Apparently they've gotten damaged fixed on that race car. He's back up to racing speed and he's up in the 6th position. And Logan Wilson, remember, he came down pit road before the green flag even came out. The caution came out. He came back out of pit road. He's back on the lead lap and he is running in that 7th position. A great run so far for him. Unfortunately for his teammate, he doesn't have the teammate anymore. Doug Shears is back in the garage area. Green flag is back in the air. Brian Fleener rather, out in front. And this bunched everybody back up, so everybody back in this field has a chance to win this race. And look at Logan Wilson making a move there on Timmy Pacioli. That's for the 6th position. Also, John Brace starting to move his way up. He goes to the inside of Riley Caves. That's for 3rd. All going on, though, behind Brian Fleener and Jackson Parker. Meanwhile, further back around the 5th position, a 2-car draft starting to work. That's Dylan Schwallenberg and Logan Wilson. Wilson, though, bails out, goes down low. He's going to try and go 3 wide for the 4th position. And here comes John Brace. He took 3rd away from Riley Caves. Now he's going to try and take 2nd away from Jackson Parker. And the 2 cars I was just talking about moving their way up through the field, having good runs, Timmy Pacioli and Logan Wilson, they have hooked up down low. They're now tango partners for the 2-car draft. Lap 13 of 20 goes onto the board. The 13 car out in front, Brian Fleener. Meanwhile, it's about a 7-8 car breakaway from everybody else. Then you go all the way back to our pole sitter for the Daytona 500. That's Robert Bann. Look at Logan Wilson giving a big shove to Jackson Parker in the 44. Push and shove it. It's like a 5-car draft right now. They are all nose to tail, literally pushing each other down the backstretch. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's pretty interesting. And they still are nose to tail. Nobody steps out of line, and the caution is waving. Caution is out. This time it's for the 96 of Clive Burr. Galligan may have been involved. Oh, Violet Fox also got a piece of it. So did Adam Chambers. Oh, Brandon Gonzalez. I don't think there's been a wreck today he hasn't been involved in. Johnny Gardner, a little bit of damage to his 77. And we'll see why we're under the caution flag. Once again, the leader under caution is Brian Fleener. Well, once again, just another 2-car draft gone south. Adam Chambers and Violet Fox making the contact there. They come down the racetrack, and Robert Bann got a piece of it right there. Chambers goes for a slide, so does Violet Fox. Mary Cole comes in, nowhere to go. She got contact. I thought I saw Johnny Gardner get some contact. He did indeed. He was involved. Clive Burr, you see, get caught up there. There's Brandon Gonzalez in the 24. Boy, he thought he had it made. Comes up the racetrack. Oh, man. Rear ends Violet Fox. And look at Sean Galligan. Oh, Galligan gets involved as well. I think he's been involved in just about every wreck. So we're nearing the ending stage of this race. There's Galligan. He goes into a slide. You know, for all the wrecks he's been involved in, the car still looks pretty good. But that's what puts us under the caution flag yet again. We're nearing the end of this race. We'll probably have a few lap shootout. So let's go back to the restart to see who's going to start on the outside of row 2 for the Daytona 500 with a win in the Gatorade Duel here today. Well, Mary Cole, Violet Fox, Brandon Gonzalez, and Clive Burr have all taken their race cars back to the garage area with the closing stages of Gatorade Duel number 2 nearing, as we are on lap 17 of 20 right now. It'll be lap 18 of 20 when we go back to the green flag. 3-lap shootout to decide who's going to be starting on the outside of row 2 for the Daytona 500 and the winner of Gatorade Duel number 2. Here's the way they line up for this restart. Brian Fleener is the leader. In second is John Brace. Then it's Jackson Parker in third. Logan Wilson is in fourth, and Timmy Pacioli runs in fifth. In sixth is Dylan Schwallenberg. Michael Harvey runs seventh. Eighth is Riley Caves. Ninth is Alex Filter, and Robert Bann runs in 10th. And 11th is Adam Chambers. 12th position is Johnny Gardner. 13th is Anthony McCurry. 14th is Sean Galligan, and Jack Nathan runs in 15th position. Well, it's kind of hard to pick somebody out of this field because there's been just massive swapping of positions every single lap, almost every single turn, and there have been so many different fundamentals. The two-car draft, we actually at one point there, just a few laps ago, saw a 4-car draft. Cars all nose to tail, 4 cars back, and that was very interesting. The funny part was they all kept it straight, didn't turn each other. But if I'm to pick somebody out of this field, I gotta go with Logan Wilson in the 88. This guy has been just so impressive. He ended up making that pit stop back when the green flag, the start of this race, came out. Caution came out, he came back out on the lead lap. He's been steadily moving his way back up to the front. I'd have to choose between him or Timmy Pacioli. They're both in the top 5 right now. However, these front 3 have been out in front in the top 3 for most of this race. They may be hard drivers to pass with 3 laps to go. Green flag back out. Here we go, 3-lap shootout to decide it all, and Timmy Pacioli not wasting any time. Down to the inside, the 5 Rheem Menard Chevrolet comes. He's going to try for that position on Logan Wilson. Now thinks better of it, slides back into the 5th position. Now, if the caution comes out, the race will be over. So these guys that are back in 4th, 5th, 6th, they've got to hope that there's no caution, so they'll be able to get some momentum and move their way up to the front for the finish of this race. John Brace, he seemed to be the one that was on the move last restart. He's on the move this restart. To the inside he comes, but will he get drafting help? Yes, he will. It will be in the form of Logan Wilson and Timmy Pacioli. Oh, a little contact there between Wilson and John Brace, but they all kept it straight, and they're still going. But all this going on behind the 13 car of Brian Fleener. Now John Brace moves up high. The 2-car draft of Logan Wilson and Timmy Pacioli are back in business, and they're trying to close in with 2 laps to go. Riley Caves back there as well. Dylan Schwallenberg is back there. Pacioli now steps out of line to go down low 3 wide with Logan Wilson. Pacioli getting a run through turn 2. A big run. He's closing in 2. 1.5. 1 car length off the backstretch. He is just nearing that KFC Chevrolet's back bumper. But now Riley Caves puts a move to the inside for second. It's going to be a battle right here, folks, for the lead. Brian Fleener is the leader. Riley Caves runs there in second. Dylan Schwallenberg, John Brace, Timmy Pacioli, and Logan Wilson, they're all there in turn 4. Off turn 4, it's still going to be the 13 car Brian Fleener leading the way. Riley Caves runs in second. It's going to be a battle here. White flag in the air for the KFC Chevrolet. If the caution comes out, it won't even matter. They'll race it back to the line. It is still Brian Fleener and Riley Caves trying to work a 2-car draft to pull away from the rest of the field. Riley Caves may be thinking about having the 13 car all to himself. He is still shoving that 13 car, but Timmy Pacioli is starting to run them down. Could he get a run of the century down the backstretch here with help from John Brace? Here comes Riley Caves to the inside. Caves, Fleener, these 2 may decide it all, but Pacioli closes in very quickly in turn 3. It's Riley Caves down low. Up high is Brian Fleener. Pacioli closes in 2. 1.5, 1 car length. Now it is Riley Caves with the lead. Pacioli closes in. He's going to maybe make a move. Can he get to the inside of Riley Caves? The answer is yes. He may make a move. Oh, he can't. And it is Riley Caves with the win. But man, did Pacioli get a run through turn 4 on down to the stripe. But what a block by Riley Caves to win this race. Pacioli gave it all he got, all he could, and nearly walked away with the win. I'll tell you what, I don't think I've seen a car get a run as Timmy Pacioli did there on that final lap. He was flying, but it is Riley Caves in the 73 Disney Chevrolet winning this race. And what a run for that race car. He started on the pole, fell mid-pack, then moved way back up, and wins this race here today. He will start on the outside of row number 2. So now we know what the first 2 rows are going to look like. It's going to be Robert Bann and Jared Crocious row 1, and row 2 will be Sam Filter and Riley Caves. Hope you enjoyed today's race. The finishing order coming up next. Hope you enjoyed this edition of Speed Weeks here on the MFNPRA Coca-Cola Custom Car Series. Now the field is set. We will get ready for the next race to come. The first points race of the season, the Daytona 500, will be coming your way very shortly. So long, everybody.